So Gabby, what kind of moves do you think we are going to use to get to waypoint 2?
Good question. Let me see if I can do it without messing up the maps.
Yeah, make sure your arrow
Are
pointer is selected.
You should do it like 10-meter moves just to allow for the vertical.
Yeah. We want to go straight to waypoint 2.
Mm-hmm.
We can do... it's only 50 meters away. So...
1-5?
Yeah, sorry, at 50 meters away.
Yep.
At 200, so we're, or 190 is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Can you zoom?
Yep. Yeah, so we can do it in 10-meter moves.
Yeah.
Right now it looks like Herc is basically underneath Atalanta,
Yeah.
so I'll just let this play out, look at all the things.
That's a great view in lower.
Oh, yeah.
The Chrysocordias we've been seeing have been really dense.
Yeah, really dense polyps.
And there's a little tiny blue thing just to the left of it on that ridge line.
Oh, yeah, the little 2 polyps.
Yeah.
It's like a baby Victorgorgia. Great, thank you. She read my mind.
.190 is still going to be working for us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On the premise there's even better stuff still ahead, should we get the next move in?
If we want to keep going, yeah, we can get the vehicle stretched out and then I'll put the next move in.
Yeah.
Shall we press on?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Get yourself lined up at 190 and then I'll put the next move in.
That's a pretty sack of calyx.
Oh my gosh. Rye, you're a hero.
I don't know about that.
You are straight-facedly, more or less, dealing with that tilt. Which is enough to make anyone insane. Okay.
Check out these polyps. It's got volcano polyps. You see how like fleshy and...
Are you okay with another move?
Yeah.
Okay. Bridge nav.
Nice.
Can we get a 20-meter move? 190.
Okay, we can zoom out. Go presume.
Go presume.
It's very wiggly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
partially.
the coral itself is just moving around.
Oh, the coral. Yeah, partially the vehicle is a little bit on the stretched out side, so you're feeling tugs from...
tugs, yeah. Okay, we can zoom out.
But that's fine.
That's great.
Like if you want to get, if you're sort of in a configuration like this and you want a really nice zoom, you can have Atalanta come down and if they don't like staying there because of some tether management issue, they'll come down for a few minutes while you get the shot and then go right back up.
Okay.
I got a comment here. Manganese encrusted coral debris screams climate change, possibly not climate change. Could be because it was thriving for millions of years here. Does the coral debris match the corals that are currently alive?
Yeah, the debris that we're seeing looks like these Analopsamia that we've been seeing mostly in the bamboo coral. So a lot of the same animals. This debris is very old. It's got the manganese crusting on it, so it's been here a very, very, very long time.
And then another question is, how long can the Nautilus go on its mission before it needs to refuel?
About a month or so, I think. I'm not sure if it can go
Oh, is that
much
a
longer, what
tunicate?
its longest endurance is, but
Look
it's...
at that. Yeah, I
about a
think
month.
it's another
Here we've done
Walteria.
24 days
Oh,
at
okay.
sea, and I know we're going straight in for fuel when we get back to load up for the next expedition. And
I think we can zoom on that.
and we loaded up just before, I think the day I joined the ship was away at its bunkers getting fuel, so...
Yeah, Walteria. But it's like really,
I
like,
think
normally they
part
have
of good
more of a
seafaring is you
regular,
never run
like,
down till you
squared up
get
lattice
to an
pattern.
empty
This
tank,
one
you
is a
fill up
little
with
more
gas
abstract.
before you go on a next long
So
journey,
it's a
just in case you ever need it.
Cool
So.
lower view of it.
What are these small white things inside this?
Oh yeah, wow.
I'm not sure. There might be snails.
They might.
And there might be hermit crabs.
It's so oblong in the upper view.
Yeah. You're like looking right down into it and upper and lower. Yeah, I can't tell if those are snails or not. Do we have any more zoom? Is that it?
Yeah, I can come in a little bit further.
Beautiful. Nice and steady, both of you. That's awesome.
There's too much sponge. I can't
Right.
associate.
They're not going to reveal themselves.
All right, we can come out. Cool. That was a neat one.
That was a nice zoom from both of you. Really, really good.
It looks like that rock right there might be loose. This one, the
Just
lasers.
under the lasers.
Yeah.
But we want rocks that we have to break off, right?
Oh, it's going to be hard to break a lot of these.
Well, it's kind of, it's loose,
looks
but
like
it's
it's
not
in
rubble, right? I
place.
mean, it's in place. It's just whether
Okay.
or not it's liftable.
Okay.
It looks pretty big.
It's a bit
It does
perched on
look
the
big, but there might
side
be
of a
another
hill.
one. Let's see.
Yeah, it'd be good to keep moving uphill.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's wait till we get to the top of the cliff if we can, and find a place that's settled out.
Oh, there's another one of those.
There's a huge coral coming up here.
A big polyopogon, some period sponges. Oh, I see a coral.
It's a big coral off to the right. Yeah. There it is, top right. It's pretty.
And is that an urchin next to it?
Yeah, there's an echinothurid urchin.
It's pretty big.
Is that another hemicorallium?
Hmm?
Which kind of coral is that?
It's a bamboo coral.
It
Go
is.
for zoom.
Go for zoom. I'm getting a nice lower view too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, can we scooch a little right on the lower? Oh, you can.
You want to
Sorry.
go lower? Okay. Back up.
urchin
Chris,
is-
did you want a picture in lower?
Yeah, I'll let Megan do this, and then we can maybe
Okay.
send her up in lower afterwards.
Okay.
Sounds good. Megan, do you want lasers on for this?
The lower picture, I think maybe they should take them off.
Lasers coming out.
A little bit.
It's a pretty glorious basket star.
It is.
That's
Nice.
beautiful, Megan.
Nice job centering that up. Wow. That looks amazing.
Awesome, thank you.
All right.
Beautiful job.
It's a pretty great coral.
Yeah, it is. It's a pretty great shot of it, too.
Make sure you go well over it. Go for zoom.
Going for zoom.
Oh, it's hydroids. I thought it was a black coral.
How do you know it's hydrates, not a black
But
coral?
It's a super tiny polyps. Look how tiny they are. And
Mhm.
like really feathery.
Yeah.
The black corals have the 6-tentacled polyps. They're more
Okay.
fleshy looking. You can
Are-
zoom out.
Are hydrozoans also cnidarians?
Yes.
So, Gabby, it looks like we're going to need a different heading to rotate onto. More to the east, more to the west to get to waypoint 3.
Okay, yeah. So we have 35 meters left to get to waypoint 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then, yeah,
Yes.
that's great. Let's get this in the plan here.
I was just wondering, seem to be a bit oblique here, so maybe if we just take waypoint 2 as a guideline,
Okay, yeah,
then
absolutely.
that would get us going more uphill again.
We'll basically, yeah,
be
you're
easier than
absolutely
trying
right.
to fly across the contours, yeah.
Okay. So our new direction of travel is going to be 220.
220.
You're on a rock on your starboard side, just that way. Sorry, what was that new heading? Is
220.
copy.
And Herc's not too far off of it, so whenever you guys say the word, whenever you're done exploring this area, we'll put in a 20-meter move.
Okay.
All right, that's my heading at 220.
Awesome.
Mary are probably weighted like a coiled spring, but we're only 10 meters away from entering our next depth zone.
Yeah, we've been approaching it for a while.
3 hours? Yeah.
But we've been gaining a lot in the last 20 minutes. So ready to go whenever we hit it.
Okay, ready to go?
I'm guessing these contours are probably 10-meter contours on the high pack survey, so it
Should be pretty soon.
may not be very far
Bridge
at all
nav.
before we get there.
Yeah, we've been gaining at a pretty rapid rate in the
Yeah.
last
It just
little
started
while.
picking up, yeah.
Can I get a 20-meter move at 220?
Definitely the good thing is you have always plenty of warning when an ROV dive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like the evasive action that Sentry has to take when it's hurtling towards a cliff like this.
Is that a little sea cucumber?
Yeah, a little sea cucumber, similactid.
Are they translucent when you have them on the surface, or are they pretty opaque?
They're translucent. They're like see-through pink, purple.
They have got a great color. Is that a little shrimp swimming across the screen right now?
Yeah, there's an amphipod and there was a shrimp. Kind of just went on a little adventure.
Yeah, he's just a little off in the cabbage.
Just like, come on, Atalanta, we can go.
So you're right above that?
I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right above that coral.
Cool.
Just go look at this Primnoid while we're waiting. Rock. I'm learning where my porch is.
Yeah, which is great until I move it. If you
Go
need
for
more
zoom?
distance so that you can get the right angle on your target, you can always just porch out. Or actually, in this case, have Rye porch out for you.
Is that a snail on this coral?
Might
The
be.
small yellow one.
Or
Or
it's
cream.
crab. Oh, the coral moved.
It's hiding.
Yeah, I think it's a hermit. See, the shell is a little yellow. So that kind of indicates that. And the other one is a hermit too. All right, we can zoom out.
How come the yellow shell tells you it's a hermit crab?
Well, if a snail is alive, it's usually going to have more of like a white colored shell, or not like that kind of dirty yellow that the sponges
Megan,
are.
just watch your drifting behind.
Yeah,
A
I'm
little
still
bit.
looking forward a bit, but yeah.
And we're headed 220, so you can also lateral to
Okay.
get recentered up, and we can do another move. Or if you find something really good while you're getting there, we can stop.
Okay.
The ship is stopped right now.
I think we can probably keep moving.
Okay. Bridge now. Let's get another 20-meter move, 220.
What's this white kind of floaty thing?
Yeah, go for zoom.
I have no idea how you saw that.
It's a bryozoan.
It's like trumpets.
Yeah. It's really small.
Have we seen that before?
Yeah, I've seen this before.
Okay.
It's a type of bryozoan.
And
Okay, zoom out.
The Voltaria is pretty awesome looking.
Yeah, this Voltaria is really cool.
I love their structures. It's, is it strong or was it pretty fragile?
It's pretty fragile. It's very squishy. There's
It
an
reminds me of the
associate on
Shard
top.
building
Go
in
for
London.
zoom.
Yeah. Or the gherkin.
Another bryozoan.
Yeah, it's one of those bryozoans. Oh, I can't see what it is because it's inside the sponge.
Does that have little shrimp living inside?
It could have a shrimp living inside. It's definitely a crustacean. I think it's the shrimp. I think I'm seeing like the curved under tail.
And also right in the center of your screen now is a brown, round, smooth blob.
Yeah.
It looks like
it's like a pebble.
it looks like a pebble, but it looks very different to the surrounding rocks.
It could be a shell. It might be an old shell. Yeah, I think it's a shell. Let me zoom out. Bunch of coral rebel. Once we get to the steeper contours, it should get interesting. One of those Ketramite sponges. Little fish. Zoom on the fish.
Zoom in on the fish. What do you think, Megan? Do you want another move?
Yes, please. It's like a new zoomia.
Bridge now.
Oh, hello.
Just did a little show for you.
Can I have another move? 20 meters, 220. So the bottom comes up here. So to keep this move going, we'll need to stay out front.
Okay.
Just to keep Atalanta off the hillside.
Okay, we can let the fish go.
Okay.
This fish is going backwards. Oh, never mind. Hello, fish. That's Anthomastus.
Nice job. Good pace.
Oh, there's lots of rocks. Rocks? Anybody?
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Some nice pillows.
Yeah, when we started seeing the carbonate earlier, I didn't think we'd be seeing any more pillows on this dive. But
And our heading is still supposed to be 220?
Yep.
Okay. Megan, you're
And-
getting starboard or port pretty far.
Yeah.
Data, I've just stopped pump 01 and started 2 and 3.
But the rocks were over here.
I know.
Oh, okay. So I got started 2 and 3.
And watch your delta.
Yep.
What's this guy down here?
And Brisingid.
Let me know when
Go
you'd like
presume?
some information about them.
Okay, one moment.
Nice.
What kind of sea star is this?
It's a Brisingid sea star. Okay, we can zoom out.
Cool.
Very pretty.
That's a good color.
Mm.
Guess what I could do is I can turn and
Okay,
look at the
Mary, what was the
rocks.
end time for Palm Zero?
Their Palm Zero was 02:35.
Is that the same for one?
Same for one, and they were also both at 880 meters.
Okay.
Megan, let's keep it moving upslope. And you're going to move upslope most effectively in this case
Oh, facing
if you
into it.
face
And what
the
was the volume?
direction you're going.
Okay.
Zero.
The pump volume 0 was
Only because the bright spots are starting to creep into the 20 meter
402,705.
mark.
Yeah.
It's the only reason.
Okay.
In a few meters, like when some of this layback's ironed out,
And for Pump 1?
That was
Uh,
388,945.
the hardest part
288.
about these, like, about
388.
climbing like this
945.
is just trying to stay on top of your geometry, because then if you're ahead on the geometry, you can stop for cool things, and if something goes wrong, you have room to deal with it.
Right.
So it feels very conservative to stay ahead, but it buys you a lot if you have to stop for an emergency or you have to stop for something cool. All of a sudden you have the room to work with.
Right.
And Gabby, did you get those two samples?
No, I did not.
Okay, it's 313 and 314.
Okay.
And
Just double
Data,
click
do you
where
need
you
the
are.
start time for 2
I
and
just
3?
can't find the
Is
mouse.
it 230
Oh, yeah, it goes
0235?
into the other
Yes,
screen.
on 880 meters.
Which
Yeah,
screen?
80
Oh,
meters.
there's
Got
it's a
it.
dual
Cool.
screen,
Thank
but
you.
the
Oh.
screen isn't
No worries.
showing. That's why you can't find it.
Is it useful for you to have the target depths for what we're aiming for that sample, or just you'll know what it is when it finishes?
Nice job, Megan.
Yeah, when you
You're
tell
doing
me,
a good job of staying on
that's
top
fine.
of that.
Just let me know when it's over.
Okay.
Or when it ends.
Data, can you tell me what the numbers of those samples were again?
Sure, it's 313 and 314.
Do I put them both in the same target?
You can. They're in the same place.
That's what I've been doing. 'Cause there've
Okay.
been so many samples at the same location.
Look at the associates hanging out on the
Go
outer
presume?
part of the limbs there.
This is another Narella. This is the end of, yeah, we're not moving anymore.
Nope, we're not moving anymore.
Should
Bit
we
of
go-
layback to deal with, but you have freedom to do what you need.
And is that another hermit crab down below?
Yeah, another hermit crab.
Okay.
There's a lot of hermit crabs around here.
Somewhere there's got to be all of those living
All
snails
the
hiding
snails gotta be
underneath the
somewhere.
rocks.
I'd like to get one of these primnoids at some point.
Would now be one of those points?
Yeah, now might be good. There's one here and there's one up a little higher.
Okay.
Is the other one? The other one looks like it's on a kind of slab. Maybe that would be easy to land on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nice, Gabby wants to teach to perch on a single
Kind of like a
toenail like she
weird
did last night.
spot.
I want to what?
Yeah.
Teach Megan how to perch the ROV on a single toenail
Oh,
like
yeah,
you did
on
last
that
night
one
on that
toenail.
coral wall.
That was very silly. Megan's got a very good landing style.
Close Y on the port side. So I feel like this is too low.
It'll be fine.
Okay. I guess we can.
I think it's great. Remember, you've got the, so when you did that, you lost almost all your vert.
Oh.
But remember, you've
Oh, the
got a
button
stick
on
lock
top.
on top now.
Stick up on top.
Nice.
There we go.
Beautiful job. Nice landing. That's one thing that I really struggled with when I was learning to fly that both of you seem to just know how to do is land really softly with like a good angle. So that's awesome.
And we can slurp a piece.
How about a snip and slurp?
Yeah, snip and slurp.
Okay, great.
We still okay for chambers?
Yeah.
We should have at least data. How many chambers we have left?
We've got. So let's go with 2. We got 2 to
chamber
7
2?
are open, but yeah, chamber 2.
Yeah, we ended
Okay.
up putting a lot of stuff in the biobox. We didn't slurp so much.
Yeah.
See which one of the associates is going to stick around longest.
Usually these guys jump.
Yeah.
So comes away.
There you
Bye.
go.
Smart move, buddy.
They look
Wise.
surprisingly graceful when they jump off.
Yeah. I think I'd seen them flounder before, but that one just totally went for that. Oh, I love that. I love when they land and they just put the legs back out again.
Yep.
Splat. Do you want to call out for some zoom, Megan?
Do you want some zoom?
I think I am
Oh, is it?
still
Gabby
fussing
that's doing
around
the
with the
movie.
slurp.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
like move the ball.
Yeah. Not like that, though. That's the wrong way. But it's still the thing that I
Oh,
did.
that's going to work. You see them.
Stay, please. Nope.
No, it's worse.
It's worse. It sure is.
If only you could use like telekinesis on it. Like, brr.
Even when you leave the temperature probe alone all day, it's still going to be a jerk, isn't
I know.
it? It's just like, nah, I'm sitting here. Yeah, I'm
It's
not
the
going to
temperature
move.
probe
the
Okay,
Solid.
I
slurp.
can take a little bit of a zoom. If you can, actually, can you, yeah, beauty. Do you have the suction going? You can start it up. You can start suction. I can't, I'm not going to be able to see whether I'm doing it right. Give this another try here. You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Nope. That seems right. There we go.
Yep, it's there.
There it is.
Okay, go wide.
Since we're settled here,
Uh-huh.
is there a bit of rock that we might be able to, a sort of loose edge anywhere nearby?
Let's take a look.
Yeah, we can poke some.
You want to pan around and see?
That might be loose. The angular one on the left.
There's a little shelf
on
right
the
at
left
the top
there.
left.
On the left-hand side. Ooh,
Oh, that's
no.
huge. Never mind.
Yeah, so just, I think our most likely candidates are probably to the right.
Could you get under
A
this
rock.
guy, do you think?
Yeah,
Or if
yeah, I
not,
know.
This
I'm
piece
sorry.
over here?
Okay. Yeah, I'll give those a go.
I have no idea how fresh or rotten this stuff's going to be.
Oh, this is actually something here. Pan right a little bit. Perfect. And video, give me a zoom. Perfect, right there.
Nah, I don't think it's coming. There might be some more just like right up top from here.
Video, go wide. And can you square up the camera? And do you want to poke around, like pick up and move a little bit to the right
Yeah.
and see if we can see anything more?
There was also another line, if you like pan up slightly, there's this center of this crevice thing, and there was a flake there.
Oh,
Like
okay.
right behind the coral right now.
Right behind the coral.
Yeah, I see that. I think if we bump up, do you see, there's a flake.
There's in upper, there's a, to the right of the white coral in upper, there's a pillow with lots of little steps in it. I think it might be this one here. You see there's some little ledges just there. You might be
Oh,
able to get
actually
your
that
arm
looks
under.
very promising where he is right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, it moves
See
to it.
it move.
Yep.
Just gonna wait for the smoke to clear here.
That little piece that fell could be good, Gabby.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Can you give me a zoom video? Yep. Oh my gosh. It did crush, but not all the way.
Gabby, you all right with me doing a video handoff real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, sounds good.
There's not really anything there. I'll try another spot here.
Yeah. Can you like grab hold of one of these like flat ledges? And
Yeah, I think that's what this
break some
was.
off?
Let me see if I can get a more substantial part of this one.
Okay.
Let me get out of there so you can re-land here. Good instincts there with getting your stick lock off and being able to sort yourself out again. Well done. I'm going to put this down and let Tito and Michael finish up here. I'm halted. And if you want to get yourself, yeah, perfect.
Got a question here. Someone's very anxious to find out if Hercules can do a backflip or a barrel roll.
Neither one, intentionally.
Good afternoon. Hello, ComCheck. Hey, everybody.
It's that time again.
Here we are.
Hello.
It's that same gnome bat.
So, Tito, this is very much at your discretion. Anyway, you think you can grab hold of something that looks like it's grabbable.
Yeah, I was actually going to put the arm down and just get a little bit more of a wider view.
Exactly, yeah. Just get your eye in and have at it whenever you're ready.
Although, so this wasn't coming off, huh?
No,
I don't think we were even trying that one. But I think we'd actually set down for some biology, and then it was since we were here, we'd only got add on one rock sample at the start of the dive, so we figured it was about getting to be time.
There it goes, there it goes.
Just take the whole thing.
Oh, mama.
No, a little big. A little big.
You want to take Atalanta to the dance?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to fit anywhere.
No.
Herc is so strong.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're just going to...
Did not see that coming.
Tilt up a little bit. And maybe look a little... All right, coming out of it.
Yeah, I'd been thinking like places where you see these hollowed out pillows.
Yep.
There's maybe like the chance just to get the grip on them, but that's just one example just there I just spotted. But
I like that rock.
the next one over looks like you just land Herc on top of it and it would just knock the overhang off.
How was y'all's watch? What's your favorite thing you saw?
You guys arriving.
Oh, hey, that was a good answer.
No, it was it started off great. We found like one little patch that had like one of just about everything. So we kind of did like a whole, what's the entire community, and we got a bunch of samples, and then we spent quite a lot of time trying to work out which way was up. Because the map was lying to us. It was like meant to be a ridge we were following, but it turned out it was a spire and then down.
Oh.
So we spent quite a lot of time trying to work out what's the best way to get past this and get to where we can see which way is up again. And then it was kind of like through that saddle and stuff, it was not the most exciting, and then just we were coming up here, it just started looking like it was going to get good again.
Gotcha.
Biologically, but
what was that massive white coral? I just saw it when I was walking through the...
Oh, that was pretty, wasn't it? I
Yeah, it
have
was
no idea what it
gorgeous.
was, but it was Megan's our person who knows about what the corals are, but
Or Santiago.
it's like a
we
big
didn't have
fan
either
coral.
of them.
Right, yeah, Santiago will be here soon.
Oh,
Actually,
there you go.
Annette might know, but it was
Too small?
some kind of big fan coral.
But that is a broken off little section of...
No, that looks good.
All right, where we want to put it?
Can you keep it intact to get it to one of the starboard bioboxes, or would you rather put it in the forward one?
I think I could get it over there.
There's only one of the boxes, I think it's the one that's furthest forward is
there
still open.
anything in the boxes that I need to know about?
Yep. Box A.
Nothing that's
so-
going to escape.
Yeah.
No floaty things in the starboard biobox. But I think is it B, C, and D, or 2, 3, and 4, the ones
You ready?
that are full, so the furthest forward is the one that's available.
Furthest one away?
Nearest,
Nearest one.
furthest forward.
So right, and that one.
There we go.
So it's
Yeah.
C.
Great, thank you.
You're very welcome. And anything else to do here?
No, we're going to continue to waypoint 3.
No, that's sample 316.
316?
316.
316.
Just 84 to go.
Were the ones before that eDNA?
We just took a coral sample actually that
Coral?
was
Yeah.
315,
Mm-hmm.
which was not a lot far from here, but we may not have kept Gabby on account.
No.
Gabby the amateur nav.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
No.
cover for her now. Maybe
It's
put
all
it in
good,
with
I'm
a
filling
small
it
G.
in.
Put it in with a small G. wanna Gabby.
Just as long as it's not Gabby Gabby. Toy Story.
Are we running with the craft on?
No, we can shut that off, please.
So, but it's one of those days where Santiago's so busy thinking about tomorrow's dive, he forgot to show up for today's.
Yep. There he is.
Yay! He was just waiting until the rocks were over. It's a bit like me. I don't get out of bed for blue water. Santiago doesn't get out of bed for a rock. Ready to take over?
Tito, after this, we are heading in direction 220.
220, roger that.
Yes.
All right.
So I'm pointed at 220 and ready to get a move on.
Ready.
We're ready.
Bridge nav. Can we step 20 meters, heading 220?
So the tilt's just going like this, huh?
The tilt is doesn't do it when you want it to do
Can we
it.
just shut it off and leave it right there? I'd be pretty thrilled with that. Can we shut off the servo or whatever it is that moves it?
I mean, it doesn't move on its own.
Oh, okay.
It's just that it doesn't move when we want it to, like,
Yeah,
actually.
So I'm very used to it being fixed on our system, and it kind of throws me off when we change the tilt, so I'm really okay with that.
I'll try to maintain it right there for you then.
Perfect.
Just don't go all cowboy.
Roger that. I'll try to be a little bit nicer on the leash.
But yeah, it's the pressure. It does fine when it gets like in higher altitudes.
I was curious what the water temp would be down here. 4 degrees.
All right, guys, if you are just now tuning in, we are in kind of midway through on this dive here on the Tulaga Seamount here in American Samoa. This is our second to last dive of this expedition.
No.
Bum, bum, bum.
2 more weeks. And yeah, Santiago, what are so can you describe this feature and what we're hoping to see, where we are, or why we chose this spot?
Yeah, so we are diving on Tulaga Seamount.
Oh,
well,
yeah, I forget the G's are NGs.
Yeah, right.
I forgot that, yeah.
So we're diving on the northeastern slope of the seamount. That gets pretty shallow. I think it gets shallow enough to have photosynthetic communities at the top, so it has a carbonate shelf like the seamount that we dove in the previous dive. But today we're not planning to make it all the way to the top. We are focusing on deeper depths. We started around 1,000 meters, just shy of 1,000 meters, and our plan is to make it to around 500 meters or so. And so we're interested in looking at the communities, biological communities that live within this depth range. It's one of the least explored depth ranges in the region, and so I think in the first 100 meters that we have covered vertically so far, we've seen a lot of diversity. Lots of different hooked corals and hard corals, sponges, a lot of different things, which is very exciting. This deep, we still see what appears to be mostly volcanic rocks with ferromanganese crusts. We still, in the less deep areas, we see some sediment cover, so some of that carbonate sand rolling downhill makes it down here, of course. The top of the seamount, because it's so shallow, it's also of interest for having the potential of hosting or providing habitats for fish. But I think if you remember from last dive, we were tuning in, we were struggling, or rather Hercules was struggling to maintain its temperature within an acceptable range, particularly of the hydraulic motor. So one of the reasons why we're not trying to make it all the way to the top is that shallow is the warm temperature at very shallow water is a big barrier for the work that we're trying to do, right? Trying to get close looks at the habitat and the animals that live here and collecting samples. All that gets very difficult when the water gets very warm. And but also, as I was saying, this depth range, it hasn't been that well documented. We did spend several days working at this depth range at Wailulu. So actually, this is a really good comparison to what we saw in Wailulu versus and what happened, or what kind of animal communities exist at an active seamount compared to this one, which is an inactive seamount.
All right. And how far are we away from Wailulu?
Oh, let's see. So we are on a ridge that projects to the east of the main island, or the biggest island in American Samoa, Tutuila. And let me think.
No, we're 35 nautical miles southeast of Tutuila.
35 nautical miles southeast of Tutuila. So I know that Wailulu is about roughly 80 miles east of Tutuila. So
Okay.
we are nearly halfway in between the two. Maybe a little bit closer to Tutuila than to Wailulu, but roughly halfway.
Cool.
Oh, can I get a push on this sponge? Just coming in for a landing here. Hey, I'm going to do a quick audio takeover and throw a shout out to my love of my life, Karen, who's watching from Falmouth, Massachusetts.
Oh.
I can't wait to get home. Hey, scratch the dog's belly for me.
Make that a highlight.
Oh, there's a fallen sponge in the back. That looks like a good scratch.
Yeah, I want to go right up.
Oh, there's some really neat sponges here.
Yeah.
This is a glass sponge.
But that's got shrimp inside of it.
There's critters in it.
Yeah.
So is that a wetting sponge?
Yeah, I think this is one of those common names. Trying to look at what genus it could be. I'm sure Megan probably will jump in a minute. But yeah, this is the kind of sponge that often has some squat lobsters or other crustaceans living inside.
It's a Walteria.
Walteria. Oh yeah, Walteria.
It looks like we have two different species here.
You
There's
saw a
the
different
smaller one, and then there's the bigger one that you're looking at.
Right, yeah. I remember seeing a different one, but that was a bit
Very
deeper,
shallow.
right? We're at depth at 860.
Can you hold here?
And I'm going to just pan over.
Oh, I see right to the right of it. I thought we were talking about deeper, Megan.
Yeah, you want to go in?
Cool.
I don't see anybody living in there. Or maybe here there's something, or I can tell if that's Canarm or just sediment behind it.
I think it's just sediment.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And want to come back out? We got some stuff off to the right we might look at.
You see
Oh,
this?
excuse me, the left.
A good number of dead sponges. There's one actually that looks like it was
let's
recently
push.
toppled over.
Ships in hold.
Hey, can we come out just a hair? I was kind of interested in that one to the right. No, or excuse me, my left. I'm just going to bring the heading over a little.
That one on the left looks like modern art.
Yeah, the one in the middle too has something crawling on it. It's like a little crab or something.
Yeah, so because we know that within this depth range we expect to see significant change in the biological communities as we move shallower, mainly because of the change in temperature. We're splitting the sampling and observations that we do in this dive in 6 depth zones. So we already covered the first one from 960 to 880 meters. Now we are in the second depth zone of 880 to 800 meters. And we're already seeing a different kind of community here. You see a lot more sponges compared to what we're seeing a bit deeper than this. There were some large bamboo coral fans. And, I see also here, you see behind that sponge is a good number of bryozoans, like kind of like feathers on the rock.
Boy, that's quite a scape right there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That looks probably like a Parmerecia yellow one. Ooh, that's a Madrepora, I think. The white coral is another stony coral. I think it's a Madrepora. It's like a zigzag pattern. It's pretty typical of that genus. Although there's many different species of Madrepora that are undescribed. And I think actually that'll be a good target for a sample.
Oh, you want a sample of one of those?
Yeah, this
which one? All right. I'm going to try and figure out a landing where I'm not squishing too much there. Let's see. So, tilt down.
You could just do a flyby and scoop. Just whoosh.
I need more details than that.
That's all you need. It happens exactly like that.
Let's see.
Freaking opto cover.
So a little help reacquiring that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to
It's amazing how quickly you lose perspective.
find it. Yeah. There's several different sponges. Maybe try moving a little bit to the left. was so clear before.
I think it was just a little off to the left.
It might have been to the right.
Okay, lateraling right.
Someone playing around with the 87
maybe this one?
Oh, sure. I'm not sure that's the same one, but will it do? For a landing.
Yeah, might not be it. I think I see the big,
That's not it, right?
doesn't look quite right. I mean, it could be.
No, I could go land back where we came from. So,
And then we have to start looking for where we landed.
well, that was the big sponge.
Oh,
I think I can find that.
big sponge. Where's the big sponge?
It's over there to the left.
The big sponge.
Yeah, the wedding one. Right?
Yep.
You see it?
Well, I was thinking of the one that I landed right on top of, pretty much.
I think this is where the one we were looking at.
Sure, yeah.
And so,
I don't think I've changed heading at all.
right. So we were sitting there, looking ahead. So it's probably somewhere over there.
Let me just plop it down again here.
And there's the piece that's fallen over.
Oh, the sponge, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, you see a little hermit crab in there. Or rather, on the sponge.
All right, so panning up. And it's that
I
one
think it's
right
this
there.
one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alrighty. So I think I'm gonna try and fly over there with this camera angle just down a little bit. Would you prepare to tilt the camera for me? I'd like you to come down a little bit as I fly up.
Okay.
And if you would go ahead and start tilting down a bit. All right, that's good. Rotate in here. And would you tilt down some more, please? Just bring me a portion of the basket. Perfect, thank you very much. That is tiny.
So this is gonna be very brittle. A good strategy that worked earlier for another different species of this kind of corals was to use the slurp to not to suck it up all the way into the chamber, but just to hold it without using the manipulator, because the manipulator will likely crush it and shatter into pieces that will just fall through the manipulator. It is possible that it
might be too small.
Too small for
Like
what?
So if it went in the slurp, that'd be a problem?
No, that'll be fine.
Okay,
If it's
I
small
think,
pieces that go in the slurp, that's
what
fine.
I'll try to do is get, a good frontal slurp on it, and from there we'll try to get it into the forward biobox.
Sounds good. Yep. That's
Okay, and what
worked
else do
well.
we have in the biobox? Do we need to worry about anything floating out?
So we do have 2 different corals, it looks like, in Omega, so the right biobox, but the left one's clear. And just keep in mind that we also have the scoops in there as well.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
the scoops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, it might behoove us to try and get some small pieces to go through the slurp, maybe?
Yeah.
Because I think if we ever go to pull the scoop out, there's no chance we're going to be able to keep that in there.
Mhm.
Which, Jacob, which
So-
corals are in the starboard and the right biobox
So
front?
what I heard was forward biobox, right compartment. We
Or-
have 2 coral samples and a scoop in there.
Correct.
Yes. Yeah, so
So that scoops, we're not going to pull that scoop out.
yeah.
Other one, we,
Actually, the scoop might be a good tool for sampling this,
Yeah. We could always try that.
because we can try to put it under the coral and just like,
so I'm going to say the scoop may not be the ideal tool for that. I may be able to get it, but chances are we're not going to be able to see it while I'm doing something with it. But I will, would you like to attempt that?
so what were you suggesting, using the
I was,
manipulator?
I was thinking the slurp and
Yeah.
getting pieces of it.
Yeah, I
up
think that
into
will work.
the slurp chamber, I think would be the, you know, if it's brittle, what I'll do is I'll just tap on the ends of it. And if it does kind of get stuck, I can always use the other manip to just tap on it and get
Sure.
the pieces to go in there, if that's a good enough sample.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
And
Let's
slurp
see.
jar number 3 should be clear too, though.
What'd you say?
We're
Slurp
gonna
jar
go
number
slurp chamber
3.
number 3.
So there's something in. Okay, well these are flushes, so I'm gonna assume that they're needed. All right, we got it. Not that you need it, but I got you. I got the coral right there, bubble. I could also make it bigger if you want.
So I've got a comp failure. Let's- Could we power cycle the craft?
Yeah. Over here?
Yes.
All right, give it 10 seconds. Coming up.
Thank you very much.
I see in the wet lab all the samples getting ready for, is that what this is, for shipping?
Yeah, the small seamount that they're building in the lab.
Right.
Those are all the rock samples.
How does the shipping process work?
Oh, shipping process. So, we're gonna put most of our gear on. All right, it's gonna go into the container that is gonna bring mesobots back to the mainland. And I believe the container is going to go first to California in Long Beach, and then from there it will either be, the contents will either be transferred to another container, or maybe the same container will continue all the way to Woods Hole, and then from there we will unpack and then distribute to different places. Most of the things will go in, will stay in Woods Hole, but our stuff will have to go from Woods Hole to Pennsylvania.
It's a long journey.
Yeah. Give me some slurp, please.
Yeah.
And then we have frozen samples that we're gonna check as luggage from Pongo to Honolulu, and in Honolulu we're gonna transfer them to another container that is suitable for shipping, and we're gonna buy dry ice and repack things and then bring them to FedEx and overnight them to either Woods Hole or Lehigh University.
Wow.
Oh,
Nice.
nice, yeah.
Oh,
whoops.
whoops.
The shakes.
Sorry, too much coffee.
Shake, shake, shake
We
your
may not-
coral.
We may be able to get that.
And then, I don't know, the rocks, something will happen with the rocks.
It's all right.
I don't know the plan for all those rocks.
Yeah, I think.
So just put that out
just-
just a little bit.
I'm just picturing Adam with all his luggage with rocks in them.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be Jacob's carry-on.
Oh, Jacob with them.
Yep, the plan is for me to just pack a bunch of huge rocks into my bag and garbage bags and just drag them to the airport with me.
Garbage bags.
And just hope that they don't stop me.
You have to
especially
pretend
if you
that
customs.
yeah, you have to pretend they're not heavy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can,
Oh, it's super light.
Suction, please.
I'm not struggling.
yeah. And then you carry on.
Suction, please.
Would they go off in a metal detector?
Oh, I don't think so. Have a lot of iron in them, but I don't think it's enough. But I don't know.
Yeah.
We can try. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
We
find
can
out.
always.
Make sure you're going through security in front of Jacob, not behind him.
Right.
Oh.
Oh. Nice.
And that's what I meant to do.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
stuck in
I
the
think
slurp.
it's stuck in the...
Yeah.
That went really well. All right.
It's a few pieces.
It's got quite a way to go.
I think some of it, yeah, still stuck, but
Maybe I should give the hose a pull.
sure.
Yeah, give it a shake.
Now it would benefit from a shake.
Oh, I see it on the loop.
That's in the bed.
It's over here.
Yeah, it's in the bed.
Well, not ideal, but if we had something else go through, like a
Like a sea
small
cucumber.
rock or something, or a sea cucumber.
Sometimes you need a whole sea cucumber.
I wonder about a rock small enough to kind of go through and get the right velocity.
No, that's sample 317.
317.
Yeah, a little bit of slope. Still going 100%?
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, still.
Oh, what about that dead stalk?
The what?
The sponge stalk.
Right there.
Could it be our plunger?
I think it went through.
You want to just cycle it a few times, turn it off and on. It's another good sized piece, Cam. Give it another pull. I don't see it there anymore.
Wonder if it's sitting on the top of the bucket. What if you try to rotate it, like stop the slurp and then rotate it forward, then rotate it back in place? Maybe you'll dislodge it and fall.
When you say the top of the bucket, you mean
Yeah, the slurp bucket
oh, sure.
chamber.
Seems to be coming piece by piece.
Yeah. I think that's as much as we're gonna get.
So does the flush chamber actually have less mesh or less restriction or anything?
The flush chamber doesn't have a filter mesh. It also could get stuck. It could also be stuck in the mesh.
All right. Do you want to try and get a piece of sponge or something to go through, or any suggestions?
Just thinking maybe let's we have a couple of pieces. Maybe let's try again in a little while.
Roger that.
Maybe as we move, it will just come loose, and
Yeah.
or if we find something else we want to sample that might push it through, then
Through the
we'll
same
do that.
chamber, sure. All right.
There's something in there. You can see it on the thing. Like 3 is like right in the back. There's something on the filter mesh. For sure.
Yep. All right, tilting up. Yeah, what's next?
Let's make moves to waypoint 3, please.
Still maintain that 220 heading.
220.
Waypoint 3 is about 375 meters away. Bridge nav. We step 20 meters, heading 220.
It's like that sponge in the middle of the screen is telling us to go up.
Pointing.
Go that way.
Sponge with a coral or something growing on the top of it.
It's like a little palm tree.
Yeah, there's a crinoid on, I think it's on top of a sponge.
You mind if I stop and do a zoom?
Yeah, we can do a quick zoom.
That sounds good.
Yeah, let's go ahead and push.
Yeah, that's a crinoid. On top of those, one of those Walteria sponges. Looks like the top of the sponge is not in good shape. See a squat lobster, I think, behind the crinoid.
Yeah.
And there's a small cup coral there. We sampled cup coral earlier in the dive.
Yeah, we go all the way up. Oops. All right, this is 220.
Correct.
Going off the edge here. And do you expect it to start coming up anytime soon?
Yep, we're going up an incline. So is this heading making you going off the edge?
Yes, that's
Okay.
217, 218.
Copy that. So we can change heading
Okay.
to proceed up. Let's see, how's
Yeah, I'll say that, you know, the waypoints are not necessarily...
270 maybe. Let me take a look.
230?
270.
270.
So
That's pretty far off from waypoint 3 though.
is it? Well,
It does, so I was saying that the waypoints are more of guidelines. We don't necessarily
Okay.
need to hit them. There's nothing...
Main thing is we're just going to go uphill.
Yeah,
Up in an
uphill
incline.
is
Okay.
generally
That's,
the way we want to go.
260, 253.
253. Thank you. Bridge nav. We step 20 meters, heading 253.
So it's a couple of bamboo coral whips.
Boat is en route.
Just what happens in 20 minutes.
You read my mind.
Ice cream night.
Ice cream night.
That's what we live for.
Be the last one.
Last one.
Last one.
What's everyone's favorite flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla?
So I
Chocolate?
grew up on coffee ice cream. So
Ben and Jerry's pistachio.
Ooh.
My favorite,
Dark chocolate.
when I was a kid, my favorite was rum raisin.
What?
Yeah. Still like it, but I don't see that's common.
Yeah.
Does it smell like
I
gasoline?
don't think I ever see it.
What is it?
does this smell like gasoline? Can I have a
I don't
push
like to
on
mix
the
my
purple?
gasoline with my ice cream.
What is that? What's the purple one? Is that a Victor Gorgia?
Victor Gorgia, yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty.
the off-road that is
It's
waving his
lovely.
arms around.
Looks like a little, like a lavender plant.
Yeah. That's cool. Oh.
Just such a nice color.
The purple always jumps out.
The color of royalty.
Oh, there's something on that rock.
Give me a
On
squiggle.
the right. Yeah, this one. I wonder what that is.
Wow, and even the thing to the right of that.
Ooh,
is unique.
Ooh, what-
look at
what
that
is that?
urchin
What
on
is
the
that?
right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna land in between the two so we can.
So we can look at those.
Forget the other thing.
It looks like an urchin from
Yeah,
afar.
it does.
That's
Cool.
a pretty urchin.
Ship's coming to a hold.
All right.
All right.
What are we gonna look at? Oh,
This one.
all right.
That's so cool.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, now peer away.
Nature is so cool.
Do we have a an ID on this guy?
Yeah, it's an urchin.
Plays like
Uh,
punk rock.
It's a kinothurid urchin in the subfamily Spirosomatidae.
Cool.
There you go.
Megan, is there like a common name for this?
Pancake urchin.
Pancake.
No.
Doesn't look like a pancake.
Oh, like not like something cool like Blood Star or.
Oh, well, I mean, Bloodstar sounds fantastic.
I'm gonna write a strongly worded letter for this one to be renamed.
No, they called them pancake urchins because they were picked up in dredges, and
Take a look at
when they're
large
on the
corals.
surface, they just kind of flatten out. So they looked pancakey, but when we see them in real life, they're not very flat.
Yeah, they look like deflated balloons. I've seen those before.
Oh, they wanted to. I thought they wanted to see the one right next to
Yeah, this one.
And right up.
Michael, do you need me to back up?
No, just as long as we watch our delta.
That
we'll
looks
be
like a
fine.
Chrysogorgia. Yeah,
Is it some kind of gorgia?
Chrysogorgia.
Called it.
There's so many species of Chrysogorgia.
It's a shrubbery.
It's so dense.
Yeah, there's a lot of polyps.
Trying to compensate for this blood star over here.
There's a squat lobster there, one or two.
Blood Star.
Blood Star urchin. It does have a certain ring.
I like it.
So what's the big coral up here?
Which one? The dead one?
Yep.
Looks like maybe a skeleton of a bamboo coral.
Looks like it's made out of pretzel.
Someone wants dinner.
Yeah, bamboo coral skeleton will be my guess.
Oh, look at the shrimp below it. His eyes are just glowing red.
Oh yeah, there's two shrimp there.
One's doing yoga.
Blood shrimp.
Well, you don't want a big chunk of that?
No, we already got one. Oh, there's a whole bunch of bryozoans there. Those feathery things on the rocks. I think they're bryozoans.
I was thinking souvenirs. All right, let's pull.
So punk rock.
And we were going 253.
253.
These sponges look like ghosts.
Yeah.
Bridge nav. Your step 20 meters, heading 253.
This almost looks like to me, like a big slab of carbonate. It's coated in iron manganese.
I don't appreciate, it's so, changes so drastically on both sides of us. You don't get an idea of how drastic the elevation changes are from this.
Yeah, bathymetry is very useful, but it, ship-based bathymetry can't really resolve the complexity of the terrain at this scale.
Perhaps with advancements of ROV bathymetry, we can get a better picture.
Yeah, the challenge is, as you get close to the seafloor, you can cover less ground.
Yeah.
Can we take a look at this? There's something, I don't know what that is.
What are you looking at?
On the right.
Oh, yep.
What is that? Fluff.
Whoa, what's this peach tree thing looking? This little bonsai peach tree looking thing. You see him, right? It's not just me.
Is that a sponge?
And push, please.
It looks like a sponge, but it's really weird.
Can you hold here?
Oh, it's a hermit crab. Oh, and an ophiroid. Yeah, this looks like a sponge. Megan, have you seen this before?
Yeah, I've seen this before. It's another species of Walteria.
Oh, so it doesn't make that network. It looks like a...
Yeah, this one is just different than the other one that you were looking at.
Yeah, yeah.
It's skinny.
It's weird.
It's like it's cosplaying as a coral.
Looks like a mess.
Yeah, let's pull out a little. And I'm going to just pan right a bit.
I think this will be a...
Look at it.
They each have.
Whoa.
They each have their own little limb.
Look at that. Snails.
Oh my gosh.
Snailed it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There's a couple of hermits and a few snails.
There's some fuzzy hydroids on there on the right-hand side, maybe?
I wonder if they're eating the hydroids.
Yeah, that's what I was
Grazing along.
thinking. It looks like... Oh, yeah.
Does this count as
I
predation?
think, Annette, we can't hear you.
Oh, never mind. Yep.
Hello?
Ah,
there you
now
are.
we can hear you.
Okay. Yes, it's just noting
Welcome
the
to the chat.
hydroids. I guess everything I've said.
Wow.
These snails are Calliostoma.
So cool.
Did we need more snails?
Do we need more snails?
Yeah, I remember one of our dives we were looking for snails.
Yeah, I think they were looking for snails on a sponge.
sponges.
And then we got a crab.
Ooh, another hermit. Everybody's joining the
There's
party.
like 2 or 3 hermit crabs and like 4 snails.
It's like a little Christmas tree.
Oh,
Look at that.
That one.
That is the tiniest little
weapon.
hermit crab.
It does seem to have
Yeah,
it
he's
does
brought a shank.
Get off my coral.
Oh yeah, the one that somebody was requesting a snail, sponges with snails. Let's see if this sponge, either one of the sponges has a snail.
The sponge is very fashionable. Got the frills.
I saw a little shell here. I don't know if it was a snail or, I mean, the shell was made by a snail, but I don't know if it was a hermit crab.
That looks
It's
like
a crab.
snail, doesn't
It's a crab, I think.
I see, I think there's an ophiroid there too.
Boom, called it. Crab.
Oh yeah. It is a crab. Well, since we're here, I would still like to sample a piece of this sponge.
it? And how would you like to go about that?
I would cut somewhere like here.
And put her in the slurp?
Yeah, I think a slurp would be good.
The old cut and slurp.
Oh, this. But before you do that, maybe try to see if the slurp, you can get the rest of the coral in the bucket.
I was going to say, is it a problem to mix the sponge and the
No,
coral, so that could, you know, be a cleanse for the slurpos?
Yeah, maybe.
Good sponge cleanse.
But
Or it
then
could be a
again,
bigger mess.
Waka waka.
Or a bigger mess, right?
We'll see. But yeah, either way, it wouldn't be a problem if they both go in the same bucket, because it'll be...
How many more buckets do we have?
Yeah, like at least 4 probably.
Okay. Well, you want to go back to the... so I'm just going to bask it out a little here.
So we're going to put them in a different one?
No, I think the last thing we talked about was we'll try to cleanse the hose with this sample, and I'll try to make it small enough that maybe I'll get a few pieces of it.
Yeah.
Is that all right, Santiago?
Yep. Yeah, sounds good.
Question from audience asking if there's any seabirds on the ship. And no, unfortunately not. There haven't really been any stowaway birds that have hung out with us.
No, we haven't seen too many birds. We've seen birds when we get closer to the islands, but not when we're within eyesight of the islands. We've seen birds, or I have seen birds, but not many birds otherwise. I think we've seen more whales than birds.
I agree.
This is not going all the way.
something seems awry with the grippers.
Like one of the sides is. Oh.
Oh, we're missing it.
Yeah.
Are we? We're not missing anything. It does
What?
feel loose.
Uh-oh.
It's like it's only pulling on one of them.
My apologies, but that seems out of commission.
I want to bring it closer to the camera so we can see.
Open wide. Say ah.
That's almost seems like the pin is broken. See how the actuator there?
Yeah.
Is kind of moving at an angle.
What happens if you do this?
What do
Like
you mean?
if you grip it when it's facing down.
Oof, so
There's no
angry.
grip at all.
Broken wrist.
This is embarrassing.
It's got a weak handshake.
Oh no.
Boom, there it is.
Hey, but the the slurp is clear.
Coral.
Plays pretty good.
Maybe that's what the coral is doing.
Yeah, it's like I won.
With the ground. Or the starboard arm.
Well,
Well, we tried.
maybe some ice cream will fix it.
Well, this brings back memories of the beginning of the cruise when we were sampling with the other arm.
Sure.
And y'all did great with that.
What you got?
Champs.
So, let's see.
What's calling? Oh, dinner time.
Cheerios on in the front row.
Yep.
Hey, this is the
Hello.
front row.
Hello. Santiago would like to get each of those 3 white sponges that are in front of you.
Oh, with the port arm, hey?
Yep.
Cool.
Do you even have such a thing as a port biobox? hopefully the forward biobox is open. Is that right,
I
Jacob?
think that we can.
You
I
think you
think
can
we can
slurp
snip
them?
and slurp with
Really?
the port arm. I think
You
we've
can
tried it before.
snip and slurp
Okay.
sponges, huh?
I think. Well, some looks
If
like
they're
some of
soft,
these are not
squishy
going to be good
sponges.
for it. But I think I need Megan. I think the macaroni and cheese sponge will be good for it.
Okay.
I wonder if we can. The possibilities. We might just be able to straight up slurp with the port arm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You can actually reach the slurp ball, right, with the port arm. So
We got 3 sponges. We've got a port arm. We got a slurp. I think the sky's the limit.
it's night and we're wearing the sunglasses.
What's that?
Sorry, you had all the other parts. It was a Blues Brothers quote.
Oh, okay.
So you've gone through everything else. got a half tank of gas, full pack of cigarettes. You got 3 sponges, a port arm, head it.
Megan, what can you tell me about the consistency of these sponges? We do not have a starboard arm.
Okay.
And we're not going to be able to get it back.
All right.
So the question is, so we've got the port arm.
Uh-huh.
The question is, are we going to be able to grab them when the port arm got those intermeshing jaws that don't ever have it? There are no surfaces that,
clip
so
close.
there's that. And then, but we might be able to slurp with the port arm. It's very possible.
Uh-huh.
And we could definitely snip and slurp.
Right. So the Walteria, the sort of leggy, branchy one, that one's going to be flexible and softer.
Okay.
But I'm worried about the slurping because it's got all those side branches. It could get stuck.
Okay. What if we got like one branch of it?
Yeah, if